Oh, Spartans, what is your profession? How? Now guys, you know the title. We're gonna be eating like a Spartan for 24 hours and I'm so excited. I remember when I was little, my dad is Greek and he taught me about the Spartans and how, elite they were. And it was just so amazing. And after that, I read a bit more about the Spartans and I was just so interested about it. Not only that, I actually looked at a documentary where scientists were trying to evaluate who were the most elite ancient warriors the world has ever seen, and they found that the Spartans, with the armor, the skills, tactics, and just the discipline they had, they were considered the #1 and most elite ancient warrior of all time compared to the Vikings, Romans, samurai. They were elite, but the Spartans were so elite for a reason. And we're going to be eating like a Spartan for 24 hours, as you know, and I want to show you guys what they ate, the discipline of the food, which is very important because when you train, when you exercise, it's like I exercise a lot. I feel that to get fuel in your body, you have to eat a good diet. And I wanted to find out what they ate. And I did a lot of research and I found that the Spartans had a very special but simple diet because they wanted to put all their focus on their training. And so their simple diet was healthy, but simple, and it was to the point. And they didn't want to waste time. But it was very healthy, okay? It was very healthy and very lean, okay? Sparta actually had 3 different periods. So there were 3 periods that they had. And what we're gonna do, because there wasn't just one period in Sparta, we're gonna pretty much eat different meals throughout the day. So that morning, lunch, and dinner, and we're gonna select different meals for the 3 periods in Sparta, okay? So without further ado, and as a Spartan say, I want to put this diet to the test. So let's go. Ow. Hey guys, all right, so I'm just in the kitchen now. We're gonna do breakfast, guys. So you know how I told you about the 3 periods in Sparta? So they had the archaic period. The second one was the classical period, and the third one was the Hellenistic period, which was the fall of Sparta. So the fall of Sparta was when the Romans, the Ottomans, and even Alexander the Great took over Sparta, and that's when Sparta actually sadly diminished. Such a special civilization sadly diminished. But before we get to that point, we're going to actually get started with breakfast. So come have a look here. So we've got here the figs. So we've got figs here. We've got honey, oats, and water. So that was it there. And so that's basically like a very, simple Spartan breakfast before they had started the training in the morning. So let's get started on this, okay? So we've got oats here. We're going to put the oats in here. Next we've got here is the water. So we just got some water. It was really basic, guys. Very, very basic. They put honey, but we'll put the honey last. And lastly, most importantly, we've got the dates. The actual dates. Dates were really, really important. They ate it as a snack, and it was good natural sugar boost for the Spartans. So we'll just cut that up now. All right, so we're just warming this up, guys. Warming up the oats. I might as well put some dates in there, and it might give it like that extra sweet datey taste. So we'll just add that in there. One for me. Okay, guys. So we've finished the porridge now. And we're just going to put some dates, some extra dates in there. And lastly, we're going to put some honey. So I love honey, so I'm glad there's honey in there. Mix that around. It's nice. You get a good crunch of the figs as well. Nice and crunchy. Good sweet taste with the honey. It's actually not bad. I wouldn't mind having this at all. So the one thing about the Spartans is that when they were babies, they would examine the babies first to see if there's any deformities. If there are any deformities with the babies, then they would not be included within the Spartan program. But if the baby was actually healthy and fit, then that's when they get taken from their parents and put into the boot camp to get started as a Spartan. The thing is that I found the Spartans, like their training regimes really strange. The Spartan, they promoted stealing. So they let the children to go and steal. And if they got caught, then they would be whipped. Not because they stole, but because they got caught. They wanted the Spartans to be stealthy, to be so quiet, and not to be caught. That's one thing in warfare, and that's what helped the Spartans to be great. Also, they did a lot of Greco wrestling, a lot of physical wrestling. Also, they told the children to walk in bare feet. So barefoot was promoted because they wanted the feet to grow calluses. So the feet would be strong, would be tough on the ground, and they can walk for longer periods of time. So barefoot walking was promoted as well. The children would actually just wear like a red cloak, something simple around their waist. They were making the Spartans toughen up, in winter when it's cold, just to have that. And that would toughen them up as they got older. It would strengthen their immune system. So that's really good tactics. It's very smart, and I think that's what made them so superior. Their training regime they had was a bit crazy. So if that happened now, there'd be a lot of trouble. We'd be all over the news. All right, so we're going now to the classical period in Sparta. So for breakfast in the classical period, they had like this bread with flour, pinch of salt, and water. So it's very simple. And they usually dipped it in olive oil. That's it. So we're going to just do that right now. So put this, we're just going to put some of this here. Pinch of salt and just a bit of water. And we're just going to stir that through. Alright guys, so we've got the bread here ready to go. We're just going to put that in here. They did love a lot of olive oil. So olive oil in Sparta and Greece is like pretty much #1 all the time. So it doesn't matter how much you put in there. So while that's cooking, I'll tell you a little bit more about the Spartans. So as the Spartans got older, the shields they had weighed about 7 to 10 kilograms. The shield is actually one of the most important things that the Spartans carry. So it's not only for protection, guys, it was also a weapon. So the edges around the shield were a weapon. It was made to break bone and even cut arms and hands off. It was so lethal. Also in the phalanx, so the phalanx is the formation of the Spartans. Within the phalanx, they would have the shields that would overlap each other and protect each other. And that was vital to be impenetrable. So you could not break it. And that's why the Persians could not break through the Spartan 300. They would always train like in all their military gear as well. So they do a lot of long walks, exercising, and all their gear, the metal, all the bronze they'd wear. And altogether, it would weigh about 34 kilograms. All like a helmet, shield, everything. 34 kilograms, which is about, with the Americans, would be about 77 pounds. So that's really heavy that you're carrying around. The swords they would have, it's called a xiphos. So the xiphos is very short. And the reason why it's short, because when they had the actual shield there, if they had a long sword, it would actually hit the other soldiers. They would have to wind back. But because they had a short sword like a knife, they wouldn't have to go all the way back and hit the other soldier. It would just be like a quick jab, very quick. And it was excellent for like jabbing and attacking the enemy. I found the Spartans to be so superior, and I'm going to tell you why. So everyone knows about the 300 Spartans through Thermopylae, right? And they held off the Persians, but the Spartans took out about over 20,000 Persians. So only 300 Spartans took out over 20,000 Persians. That is a phenomenal number. Like you can imagine 20,000 soldiers they took out. It's just crazy. So we're just going to flip this over. See here. Very nice. All right, so we're finished now cooking the bread. So something that I didn't mention is that the Greeks loved having the bread and other stuff with, I'll just have a look here. So we've got the goat's cheese. It was mainly goat's cheese, olive oil, dates, figs, olives, and grapes. And that's the bread right there. So that's it there. This is pretty much what they'd have in the classical period for breakfast in Sparta. So we're going to give this a try. I've never tried this before. This is the first. So let me try it without anything. Very plain. We'll make like a little sandwich. And the olive. And we'll just eat it like this. That goat's cheese is unbelievable. I see why the Spartans love their goat's cheese. They also love goat's milk as well. Another thing about Sparta is that the Spartans were very by themselves. Like they didn't want to get along with anyone. Like so all the other, the Greek states like Athens, they were at war with Athens, at war with other states as well. They were at war with everyone. So the reason why I believe, and this is what I read, the Spartans fell and diminished because they were very separate. They didn't want to integrate with other Greek city-states. And so there were so many wars and they had to fight everyone from each each angle all over Greece. They were never united. And that's why there was the fall of Sparta because of that. And I believe they should have assimilated and kind of like got along with other states, but they were just crazy, man. I'm just gonna say the Spartans were crazy. They had their own system in place, and I firmly believe that if you were to go back in time, man, you would not survive in Sparta. It was so ruthless. Like if you were to be healthy, to be a Spartan warrior, man, it was just so ruthless. Your whole life devoted to being a Spartan warrior. That's it. They would make their Spartan women warriors as well. And so the women were actually dangerous as well. You would not want to mess with the women because they believed that if the women were healthy, they would produce healthy babies to be Spartan warriors, which was very smart. That was actually a smart thing. Healthy women to produce healthy babies, and that's pretty much what they did. But the Spartans did have a lot of slaves, and this is why the Spartans were able to devote themselves only to warfare, because the slaves and the women did all the other work for the Spartans. They cooked for them, everything, and the Spartans were only there to train. That is it. That is it. And that's why in the 300 movie, if you notice, when King Leonidas said, "Spartans, what is your profession?" And they go, how? What that means is that that's their only profession. That's it. That's why they are the best of the best. So yeah, but this is not too bad. Okay guys, so we're now still in the classical period of Sparta, and they did love a good old lamb stew. We've got carrot, onion, we've got here beans, olive oil, fresh diced lamb, and a bit of salt, and we got some beef broth as well. So that's a very simple stew what we're going to make. So we're just going to cut these up, guys. It's super healthy, super lean, and it's very hearty. So we're going to cut this onion. We're going to cut it like not into small pieces, but just decent sized pieces. And these beans here, just going to cut them a little bit smaller. Just put a bit of this olive oil here. Cook up some of the... Now we're just going to add some of these. Okay guys, so it's nicely cooked. See here, it's nicely cooked. Not cooked too much because we're going to put the broth. So we're going to put the beef broth in here. Stir it through just one more time. Oh, that smells so good. That is actually really good. I'm actually looking forward to eating this. This looks really delicious. We'll just put it on simmer for a bit. We'll get back to it. So we'll go from there, guys. Let's go, brother. I'll see you soon. Okay, so I finished everything, guys. So just have a quick look here. I'll let you have a look here. So that's the stew. It's a lamb stew with the vegetables. It's always customary for the Spartans to have it with goat's cheese, olives, and figs as well. So that's pretty simple. So we're going to just try the stew. It's a little bit chewier. We'll just try it with some vegetables as well. Wow, that's actually really good. This is actually the best dish I've had so far from the Spartans. This is this lamb stew, and then we have it with just some goat's cheese, and we'll just grab some like an olive as well. Absolutely delicious. That's very lean. Oh, good lord, that meat. Why, hello. Okay, so we are back, guys. There's another special Spartan dish I really wanted to make, and it's called the lentil. It's like a lentil soup dish. Very healthy, very lean, guys. And it's actually very simple to make. So first we've got the onion. So I'm just going to cut the onion just in thick pieces. And we're just going to chuck that in. Some olive oil. Next we've got the actual lentils. So I'm going to put the actual soup inside here as well. Pinch of salt. And we got like the bay leaves here. Oh, these are amazing. Absolutely amazing. So we're like 2 or 3. Here we go. Put that on there. Next, we got the oregano. So oregano is like very big in like many Greek dishes. We'll add the water first. We'll just add it up. Whoops. Don't be messy like me, guys. As I said, we got the oregano. Some oregano in there. And then we're just going to like stir it through. Check it out. So as you can see, it's like super simple. And just going to let it boil. So I've finished making the lentil dish. It's kind of like a soupy dish. So that's it there. Very simple. And one thing is that the Spartans never ate for pleasure. It was just for fuel, to fuel them for training. Because that's all they did, is train like a Spartan. Let's try it. It's got that texture of like a chickpea. It's not bad. It's like nicely salted. The bay leaves give it that taste, and oregano and salt, combined. It's not too bad. Like, it's not bad. It's really, and you can tell it's just so healthy. It's absolutely healthy, man. I'd say if you're sick, I would eat this. This will definitely make you feel a lot better. We're coming to the end of the Spartans, the decline, which is the Hellenistic period. And that's when invading forces come in that are they're in very large numbers and very highly trained as well. These are advanced armies. So we've got, first was Alexander the Great, his empire. He came in, ravaged the place, fighting back and forth. The second one was the Romans. So the Romans came in, took over the whole of Greece as well, including Sparta. And the last string was the Ottomans. So the Ottomans came in, and that was it. It was diminished. There was no more Sparta. The civilization of Sparta was gone. Just some of the buildings were still there, but there were no more of the traditional Spartan regime or ruling where everyone has to fight and train like a Spartan. There was none of that anymore. Due to the decline of the Spartans, there was a lot of different kind of foods coming into Sparta now. So because of different cultures coming in and different states coming in as they invaded, different foods came in. So trout was there. Different vegetables came in as well. Because Sparta, just remember, Sparta was very isolated. So they were very isolated. So that means they were just having a certain type of foods and ingredients there in Sparta. It was very restricted. So when the fall of Sparta, everything started coming in, different kind of foods, different kind of live animals were coming in to eat, So that's when everything started to change. So I'll cook a really nice trout dish. It's very simple, but very delicious and grilled. Hello, so now we've got the fall of Sparta, and now new foods are coming in. So they've got trout here. First, as usual, we're gonna put some olive oil. We've got to use the olive oil, as usual. That's number one ingredient. And so next we're gonna use, there we go. There we go. It's very simple, so a bit of salt, guys. And they did also oregano. So oregano, thyme, that was like something that they used. Also, one thing, guys, I found out that in Sparta, it was salt was very valuable. So they use salt very carefully. They didn't use it like all the time because they're just trying to be careful because it's very valuable. So we've got some lime. So they had lime as well. So we're going to just put some lime. Oh, that is beautiful. I want you to have a look at this. Look at this. Check it out, guys. It's nice and simple, healthy. And that's Spartan style. I want to try and get like a nice crispy skin at the back. So it'll be very delicious and crispy. Oh yeah, baby, this is good. Look at that. Look at that, my baby. Boom, 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 boom. This is absolutely delicious. Now, I thought I'd put it on a board to make it look extra, fancy. Oh, fucking sour. Okay. A little sour. We've got here the actual trout. So, as I said before, the fall of Sparta, Hellenistic period, where all of Greece combines. There's no more Sparta. All these amazing ingredients come in, and we've got trout here. So, this is a simple dish. Come have a closer look. Check it out. See, and what I did, guys, was I made it nice and crispy. So, here we go. Hoppa! Hoppa! Let's do it again. Let's do it again, bro. Nice crispy skin. Oh, actually, don't forget the lime. Simple ingredients, fresh, healthy, Spartan, baby. You know it's Spartan, baby. Like the Spartans set the foundation for discipline, right? And I use it on my real life. So as a Spartan, I call myself a modern day Spartan. I'm very business-minded. I'm very focused. I'm very disciplined. Like I exercise every day. I try to eat healthy. There'll be one day where I have one cheat meal, but I use the Spartans, the ancient Spartans, as the foundation of my discipline. And I call it as like a modern day Spartan being disciplined. You know, if you're running a business, you know, be disciplined. I say be a Spartan in your business, meaning discipline. Stop with all the distractions. Focus on one thing like the Spartans did. They had tunnel vision. Focus on one thing, one goal, to be elite. That's what I do. I'm always very proud to be Greek. You know, like my ancestors, the Spartans. You know, I have like the bloodline of Spartans, you know. I guess that's why maybe that's probably why I'm very aggressive and I got a bad temper, but I control it and I am nice to everyone, okay? So, but I am very proud of my heritage and I'm very proud of being Greek. I always like to share that with everyone, you know, share it with the world, you know, the food, you know, the culture and, you know, everything, you know, a lot of the Greeks, you know, the Greek civilization has brought to the, you know, to the Western world, you know, that's the cradle of Western civilization. So yeah, this is the fall of Sparta. This is the food, what came into Sparta. Guys, as a bonus, what I want to do is I want to cook one more dish, and this is so famous all around Greece. So after Sparta was finished, you know, Greece became united, and they started making their own cuisine. So Greece has over 5,000 years of culinary experience. So I'd like to cook you a special dish, so stick around. I want to cook one more special dish, and you can cook it from at home as well. It's so delicious. It's got cheeses. It's got the best cheeses, guys, and it's so good pastry, guys. And I'm going to make that for you right now, guys. So let's go. Come on, brother. Let's go, Spartans. How? Oh, hello. I just got to get some spring onions for my spanakopita. And I like to plant it myself, really nice and fresh. And I actually grew some limes as well. So come on over here. Nice. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, that's a big one. That is massive. Look how nice that looks. Absolutely beautiful. Fresh, and it's actually all organic. So when I first bought this house, I planted this tree here. That's a frangipani, and come over here. So I also planted this tree here, which is the olive tree. So you can see me here. Look how big it is. It's huge, isn't it? So it's an olive tree here. And as you come here, this is the lime tree I planted. So I invested in a lime tree because I knew limes are actually so expensive. They're like $1.20 each. I get limes for free. And look, it's now big. These two were both little like that. And I planted, so it's really good. And I was gonna say, like, you know, I'm all about like fresh ingredients. Like I love organic, fresh, no pesticide, just fresh stuff. And that's why I like making this spanakopita. It's all fresh, it's healthy, it's delicious. So you're gonna love it because it's got a lot of cheese, guys. So let's roll. Hey, what's up? Now we're gonna be doing spanakopita, as I said. And my dad made this when I was a kid. It was absolutely delicious. The ones that you find at the shops are just so processed and really unhealthy. This is all natural, guys. Fresh eggs, everything. The cheese actually from Greece, one of the best cheeses in the world. So let's get this done, man. This is absolutely delicious. And this dill, oh, that dill, bro, is so good, man. My dad made this when I was a kid, right? And when my dad made this as a kid, he's like an old school Greek. And he made everything from scratch, like everything, bro. He made the filo pastry. Like, you know how hard to make the filo pastry? He literally was making it. He made everything from scratch, and I saw how much passion he had when he was actually making the actual spanakopita. Like, he got that fork, and he was like putting indents to close up the fillings, and it was just so much passion in it. And that's what I want to do, like follow what my dad did, you know. Got some leek here as well, guys. I never used to eat leek. Leek was like something weird. Like, I don't know, leek. Like, what's leek? Next, so we got the spring onions that we collected The main one is the actual spinach. So we have to put spinach, and it looks like much, but it actually welters down when you put like the eggs and olive oil and everything like that. And one thing you gotta remember, guys, is like the eggs, man. The eggs are like so important. If you miss the eggs, it actually helps everything come together. All right, guys, we got the cheese now, brother. The cheese. All right, so we got like the world's best Greek cheese. It's a feta cheese. It's got like sheep, goats, and cow's milk all put together, and that's what makes it this good creamy taste. Like, I'm gonna try this, man. This is so good. Oh, oh my god. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god, that cheese is so good. So we're gonna put the cheese in there. We're gonna put like 2 blocks of it. Next, so we got ricotta here. And ricotta, it's like this, people say you don't have to, but ricotta just like gives it that extra taste and creaminess. So I always put it in, always. Next, we're gonna put some olive oil. And I like to put some lime in it. So just a bit of lime zest, not the actual juice, because the juice, I notice if you put the juice in, it makes it really soggy, bro. And put a pinch of salt, not too much salt, because the actual cheese is already salty. I'm actually gonna put my hands in there, so we're gonna get sticky and dirty, guys, so, oh, it feels so weird, bro. See, it's weltering down. And the more you crunch it and mix it, it just welters down, down, down. Check this out, man. So that's what it's meant to be. It's like that consistency. Oh, that smells so good. We got the pastry here. So first what we're gonna do, you have to always oil it. So you're just gonna oil this here first. And we got the pastry sheets here. They are really thin. Check this out. Look how thin they are. These sheets break, man. So we've got to be really careful. And then we're going to like follow the same routine. So put one down, oil it, put one down, oil it, and it's just the same routine, man. I put all the pastry in. We put like the olive oil in here. And I'm going to show you. Now we're going to put this stuff in here. So we're just going to do like bit by bit. All right, guys, we are done. Check it out. So we've got this, and now what we're going to do is we're going to have to fold it like together. So we're gonna like fold it nicely. There you go. We managed to have enough for 2, which is so cool. And we're gonna double down on it, brother. Some pastry stuff on top. Put this one here. I'm gonna put more olive oil, but there. Got 2 of them there. So excited, man. It's gonna be good. All right, guys. So we're all done. I've got it here. So I just preheated the oven, and we're gonna put them both in. All right. Well, I'll see you guys in a few minutes. I can't wait to open that. And open that deliciousness. It's gonna be so good. Oh, guys, my God, I'm so excited. Check this out, guys. God, that's so good. Come check it out. Let's do this. Oh, crusty that is. Fingers crossed it went good. You ready? Oh, bro, that looks good, eh? Man, that looks so good. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I'm in my backyard. The sun's out. Oh my God. Birds are chirping. Woo! I know what birds do. Quick, quick. Woo, woo, woo. I don't know what I'm trying to do. All right, let's do this. Bro. Oh my God. That is so good. It's got like that creaminess of the cheese, the spinach, all the herbs, and you can taste that dill as well. Oh my God, that is so good. This is the end of the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Don't forget, subscribe, like, and also, most importantly, love one another, be good to each other, and until next time, have an awesome day, guys. Peace. Peace out. See you guys. Dare me to jump this? All right, here goes. Boom, 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 boom. Let's do a dance.